Good afternoon, students. So, myself Sadanand Sarva, I am the assistant professor at Vidya Vikas College, Samudrapur. So, today we are going to learn about the nanomaterials. So, this is the topic of research as well as the most trending topics, and it is in the part of syllabus also. So, nanomaterials. So, what is nanomaterials? Nanomaterials means the particle which having the size of 10 to the power minus 9 meter range. So, actually, this range is uh, 1 to 100 nanometer. If the size of the particle is 1 to 100 nanometer, then it is considered as a nanomaterial. And when the bulk particle size is reduced to nanometer size, there is a change in its physical, optical, magnetic, and electrical properties, and there is a tremendous application of nanomaterials and nanotechnology in a future and material science. So, what is mean by nanomaterials? The nanomaterials means which having the particle size having the size in the range of 1 to 100 nanometer. If it is the particle is having size of 70 nanometer, then it is to be nanomaterials. If it having the size of 90 nanometers. But what is actually nano means? Nano means it is the order of 10 to the power minus 9. Actually, here it should be meter is there. So this here it should be a nano means it is 10 to the power minus 9 and it should be in the meter. Okay. So if you compare the size, okay, what is mean by nano? Okay. Generally, if you consider the size of your human hair, this human hair has a size of 10 to the power minus 3 millimeter. If you take your human hair, it is of 1 millimeter in size. Okay. And if you cut that human ear in the if you cut this human ear into 1000 parts, okay, if you cut it in a slice 1000 parts, then the size will be look like a size of bacteria. So it is a micrometer size. Okay. So that means if you cut your hair into 1000 part in the slices and it looks like a small packet, that is a micrometer size, that is the size of your bacteria and red blood cell. Then this size is again divided into 1000 times. Means that bacterial size is again divided into 1000 times, then it looks like a size of virus and antibodies in your body cell, DNA strands. These are the size of 10 to the power minus 9 meter. And again, if you uh, take the again its partition 10 times, then it is the atomic dimension. So atomic dimension is 10 to the power minus 10 meter. So simply, if you cut a one if you take a very small particle size, that means if you cut your hair into 10 lakh times, okay, then the small particle size that appears to be in the nano range. Okay. So that is the nanomaterials. So if you consider a single ball is there, okay, if you are taken play a ball, it's what is the size of that ball? Ball has the size of 5 centimeter or like that. If you cut that 5 centimeter size into uh, that 10 raised to the power 8 times, then the size appears to be a nano cell, nano in a nanoscale range. Okay. So this is the comparative study of your size. Nano means it is the 10 to the power 9. If you take 1 meter of size and cut that 1 meter of size into 10 raised to the power 9 times, that size is up single size is appeared to be 10 to the power minus 9. So simply, nano means 10 to the power minus 9 meter size of the particle, and that is your nanomaterials. So these nanomaterials are the special properties that they should have the large surface area. This is suppose this one is your bulk material, and if you cut this bulk material, this is the cube. Okay. If you cut that cube into 8 pieces, what happens? Its surface area will increase. So surface area increase means if you cut that if you cut this cube, so this is the this one is the surface area, this is also surface area, this is also surface area, so it has six faces, so that is the surface area. But if you cut it into these eight parts, okay, so what happens, this is the surface area, but these are these and backside of this, backside of this surface area are now increased, okay, bottom of this will be the remains there, but their surface area will goes on increasing. Again, if you cut into number of parts, what happens, the surface area goes on increasing. As the surface area increases, the surface in contact and its reactivity, its properties will get changed. So that's why we'll say that the nanomaterials have the, if you consider the same volume, here volume is same but surface area is less, here volume is same but surface area is increased, here volume is same but surface area is largely increased. So nanomaterials, if you cut a material into small pieces, its surface area goes on increasing, and nanometer will say that nanoparticles have the very large surface to the volume ratio. That is the property of nanomaterials which influence it very influenced the material very much, okay. So generally this classification of nanomaterials, it is classified into four types: zero dimension, one dimension, two dimension, and three dimension. Zero dimension means it is a quantum dot, okay, quantum dot or C16 fluorine buckyball, these are the 1 to 10 nanometer size particle, and these are known as your quantum dots, okay. This is considered as a zero dimension. Zero dimension means it is a one particular point, which point having the size of 1 to 10 nanometer. And if you consider second classification of nanomaterials is the one dimensional nanomaterials. Nanomaterials means this one is your carbon tube, so nanofibers or nano rods are there. Means if you consider some like that, these are the simple, these are rods or fibers are there in nano. So this these fibers having the size of in the nanometer range, okay. So then this is known as your one dimensional nanoparticles. So example is your carbon nanotube, okay. So two dimensional nanoparticles means it is a graphene sheet. This is your graphene sheet. This is having the two x-axis and y-axis surface area. So it is look like a thin film. So this is the two-dimensional nanomaterials. So example is your graphene. And if you take the graphene sheets in three dimension, okay. So this is a graphite which is in nanometer size, but it is in a three dimension. So this nanomaterials are classified into three types: zero dimension, one dimension, two dimension, and three dimension. Quantum dots and C60 fluorine, these are the zero dimension. Carbon nanotubes are the one dimension. Thin films such as graphene, these are the two dimensions. And graphite, which having the thin films of graphene one after another, this comes to the category of three dimension. So if the nanomaterials, what is the difference between nanomaterials and bulk materials? If the nanomaterials, bulk material is converted into nanomaterials, their mechanical properties will get changed. This material appears to be a mechanically in a high in strength. That means their in modulus of elasticity will get increases as the nanoparticle reduces to the nanometer size. So its mechanical hardness is also changed, its mechanical strengths will also change. So there is a drastic change in mechanical properties of a nanomaterial as compared to the bulk material. So another property is the optical properties. If you take the gold nanoparticles, if you see this, these are the colors of a gold nanoparticles. Their color is change as the particle size is change. So the gold nanoparticles are look like this in color. These are the different colors because these are the nanoparticles of different sizes. So this change in nano size of the particle will change the color of that particle also. Second, third properties is a electrical properties. There is a what they found is that the nanomaterials have the very low resistivity. So the resistance as the bulk particles to nanoparticles you go, the resistance goes on decreasing. That means the electrical conductivity of that materials is increases. So that is the property of the nanomaterials, and it is observed that there is a change in the magnetic properties also. Some ferromagnetic materials which are non-ferromagnetic at bulk size but becomes ferromagnetic at a nano size, as well as some paramagnetic materials are at bulk size they are paramagnetic, but at nano size they are act as a ferromagnetic. So these properties, mechanical properties, optical properties, electrical properties, are get changed when the particle size is reduced to nanometer range. So this is about your big properties of nanomaterials, their classification. They why they have impact is due to their large surface to the volume ratio, and this is the comparison of the nanometer size. What is actually nano size means? So this is about your nanomaterials today. Okay, thank you. So we'll stop here, we'll continue in the next lecture.